Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, or Nick, back with another brand new video, guys. Today, I wanted to bring 5 brand new tree designs for you guys that I think should be added to Minecraft. So without wasting any time, guys, let's jump right into the first tree. So our first tree is a palm tree. I'm actually very surprised that they haven't already added some form of a palm tree to the game. I think there's so many opportunities to add new biomes with these new trees, so that's why I think they should start off by adding a palm tree, because they could add abandoned or like deserted islands and have like loot on them. They already have the treasure maps in the game. Wouldn't it be cool to have the treasure maps lead you to deserted islands with palm trees and stuff on them? I think that's something that would make Minecraft just a little bit cooler, and it doesn't take away from any part of the game already. It just adds to it and adds a new tree, adds some new blocks. Right now I'm using a jungle log for this. You could definitely add a new texture to have, like, I guess palm tree log, and then you could add a new leaves, and this is actually a slight variant of the jungle leaves. I added a little bit of it different to it so that way it looked a little cooler. But yeah, guys, this is my first idea for a tree. I think it's kind of absurd that they haven't already added this, and I think in the next 1.15 update they should just add a bunch of new biomes and a bunch of new trees, starting off with a palm tree. So jumping into our second tree, it is a oak tree or maple tree, or just some kind of tree that has different colored leaves. Now, I live in the northeast of the United States, so we actually have a full 4 seasons. We have spring, we have winter, we have summer, and we have fall/autumn. And that is one of the most beautiful times of the year, because all of our trees around here will turn nice reds, yellows, and oranges, and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm just surprised that they haven't represented that in Minecraft in some form of a way yet. Now, this doesn't have to be an exact design for the tree. It's just more or less the concept that they should have different colored leaves besides just green in Minecraft. I think it definitely represents something that's in the real world, so they should probably try to implement that in Minecraft in some form of way, because wouldn't it be cool to have like a full autumn / I guess fall biome? You could have naturally spawning pumpkins in it, you could have all these different kind of leaves, you could actually use the podzol, and you could use just coarse dirt to add a really nice, I guess, fall effect to the ground. It would just be super cool, and I'm really surprised they haven't added some form of this kind of tree in the game. And like I said earlier, what's nice about adding new trees is they could add new biomes to go along with it, and hence also adding more blocks to it as well. I just think there's so much room to improve in Minecraft by adding new biomes without, again, taking away from the current game. I think Minecraft, you know, they're such thin ice to where they don't want to add or change too many things in the game, because they want to keep it as core to the true hardcore fans as possible. But I think by adding new trees, new biomes, that doesn't do anything negative towards the original game at all. I think it just makes it even cooler and allows us builders to have more blocks to choose from. Now, our next one is, again, one of those ones I'm really surprised they haven't already added to the game, and that's some form of like a cherry blossom tree, or I think it's called Sakura Tree. Probably butchered that, but it's those trees that you just picture around in, I guess, Japan, with all the Japanese like temples and stuff, as well as in the US we have cherry blossom trees, which are a nice shade of pink. I'm just surprised they haven't added that to the game. I know so many people for so long have wanted pink leaves in the game. It's just such a nice, cool texture to add to the game that it would allow us to kind of theme our builds in a different way, because a lot of builds are themed off the environment, and if we could change the environment a little bit by adding new biomes and new trees, it would just allow us to build in new, I guess, ways than we already can in the game organically. So again, this isn't going to be a perfect representation of what the actual tree should look like. It's just more or less a concept. Adding pink leaves would be awesome in the game, because it would it would add so many new things that could be done in the game that aren't already achievable when we only have green leaves. In one of my previous videos, I did like a 5 pallets video. I actually built a Japanese temple with a pink tree, but I had to use wool, and I had to use clay and terracotta and glass and stuff. But I think it would be really nice to have like an actual actual leaf block that was pink, that we can make those cool trees that aren't already achievable in the game. Now this next one is one that I want so badly in the game, and it's also something that I want to do in real life as well, is go to the redwoods. Like, I think that would be absolutely amazing. Now, if you guys don't know what the redwoods are, they're on the western coast, pretty much northwest of the United States. They are massive, massive redwood trees that are hundreds and hundreds of years old, and they're like the size of like skyscrapers basically. And I think it would be amazing to have a redwood forest biome in Minecraft. You know how amazing you could make dope tree houses with this? I mean, obviously, again, this isn't the best representation of what it could actually look like. It's just the concept, but just having a massive tree in Minecraft would be amazing. And also, it would be great for resource gathering if you had one of these trees that's basically like 4 or 5 stacks of logs. I mean, and it's like a redwood tree, so the log itself has sort of a red hue to it as well. And then you could go ahead and make basically all the grass like non-existent. You could have podzol and you could have coarse dirt with just some nice little mushrooms and some dead bushes and stuff all around the entire biome. But like, can you imagine just like a massive, massive biome with redwood forest? Like, imagine like 100 of these in a massive biome, not just on a little tiny island. That would look so freaking cool. This is one of those trees that like I want in the game so badly, not only because again I want to visit them in real life, I just think it would be just such a game-changing thing in a good way, not a bad game-changing thing, but a good game-changing thing, because it would allow people to build awesome naturally spawning basically tree houses, because you could build a little tree house right here, or you would just have so many resources right off the spawn. It would just be pretty awesome, to be honest with you. I just want there to be more biomes, and I want there to be more trees in Minecraft. And again, I want a redwood tree. And last but not least, we have a very interesting kind of tree. It's a dead tree. Now, I added a lot of detail to this with non-log formed blocks, so you could definitely make the tree naturally spawning with just logs. I just added all these details because it made it look a lot better. But what I want them to do is add basically a dead biome, like a biome that's in the overworld, not like the nether, but where everything is pretty much, you know, brown and dead, to be honest with you, because you could still gather resources with all these dead trees, because a lot of people don't like mining trees with the leaves on them. It's a lot easier to mine trees when there's no leaves on it. So this would allow those players to have that ability, as well as I think it would look absolutely amazing. And what's really interesting about this is we already have the dead bush in the game. You could pretty much turn that into a sapling if you wanted to be honest with you, because you could essentially bone meal this and turn it into a dead tree. Like, I think that would be so cool, and it's already something that's in the game. It would be a pretty easy game mechanic, I think, to implement. Just add a new tree schematic into the game and then just turn this into a sapling instead of just a bush block. So essentially what I did today is came up with 5 biome ideas as well as 5 tree ideas, but I basically was focusing on the trees. But guys, I think that in the next update that they really should focus on expanding on biomes. We've had pretty much the same biomes for a little while now. I think it's been since like 1.8. We've had pretty much the same biomes. I think that it's time to update those biomes, time to add a lot more trees, and time to add a lot more building blocks. So I would love to hear from you guys what you guys think about my tree ideas from Minecraft. Like, I know that these are kind of a stretch and, you know, maybe will probably never be implemented into the game, but, you know, I think putting out this video could potentially attract the attention from Mojang, and hopefully good attention, and hopefully they could maybe possibly implement these into the game. Myself being a builder, I just always want there to be more and more blocks to be had and to be able to be used. And it's funny, it's kind of like almost hypocritical for me to say that, since I pretty much only play on 1.8 Minecraft, and they've already added more blocks in the game since 1.8, but I just really, really want them to add new biomes basically, and new tree blocks, so that way we can start to do cooler and newer things that we can't already do in the game. And with this essential, like, I guess, revival of Minecraft, where, like, Minecraft is now the cool thing again, I think it's really important that Mojang takes advantage of that and really continues to pump out good and quality updates, including adding new trees and new biomes. But guys, this is where we're going to bring today's video to a wrap. Again, if you guys liked my ideas or have any ideas of your own, definitely leave them down in the comment section down below, because I would love to hear them, and I'm sure other people would also love to hear them, and you guys can get a little discussion discussion going on down there, what you guys think is best for the game. But as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys next time. Peace out.